Hello everyone, thank you for joining me again for part 3 of the Q&A. Now my name is Nick, a huge thank you to everyone that's asked questions. This is the third instalment of the 3. Someone said I should have given more notice before the Q&A started, but we gave a week and a half and it was mentioned in a couple of videos. I like to keep it quite a short turnaround, otherwise there'll be a billion questions and we won't get through them all. So people that are quick, I would manage to answer your questions. And I've got my list written down there, why haven't I got it up here? Right, let's get that there. Okay, as well, if we had a big long video, it will take hours and hours to upload. So, but this won't be the last one, we'll do them periodically throughout the year as it seems fit. So, what questions have we got left? Oh, about a dozen or so. So we'll start with Kingston again. Thank you, Kingston. He asks, if you could have, let me start that again. If you could only have one TV channel to watch from now on, which one would you choose? Right, okay. Now, admittedly, I do watch a lot of stuff on the BBC. It's a love-hate relationship because I don't really like the BBC because they have a licence fee of £150, and this could be a whole new video, and I have done a video about it before. And there's thousands and thousands of channels to choose from. Why should you have to pay a false £150 for them? I don't know at all. That bulb's gone. Let's try and fix that. Right, don't know what happened there. It's all action around this place. What was we talking about again? Yes, the BBC. What's going on? The BBC, yes. Yeah, it doesn't warrant £150 a year, does it? But if I could have just one channel, had to pick one, it would probably be Dave. I do watch that quite a lot. A lot of the stuff is reruns on the BBC, like QI and other stuff. Let me try and think of some other shows immediately. It's Taskmaster. I love that show. That's good. So I'd probably be Dave. That's what I would pick. Okay, good. I don't know how this show stays afloat. Anyway, next up, Interghost. 2 questions from him left over. Pants, boxers or commando? No, I'd never go commando. That sounds like a recipe for disaster if I was involved in an accident or something. Or, yeah, my trousers got caught in a door and then the door of a car and the car drove off, my trousers are there. No, that's no good. What are the chances of that happening? 0. So out of those, pants, I would say I'd never go commando. I don't know why it's called commando. Were there Marines in the war that were famous for wearing no pants? I don't think so. Pants. Second question, Interghost. Would you like to keep the channel as a one-man show, that's me, or have more people in it in the future? It's true, this is a one-man show. If the channel was making an income that was big enough, and I'd say it was big and supported others, I would definitely bring more members in to run the channel, to grow it. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Angry Joe show. Occasionally he does, quite often he does like a film review and there's people sitting either side of him and they all chip in and it's a bit of a forum. I love that. So I bring people in like that. Someone else to do 2-player games with and also to do videos on their own. So yes, in answer to that, if I could afford to do it, the channel would grow with more members. There's a channel called Let's Play as well, where they do Grand Theft Auto 5. There's a group of them all on different computers. It's been edited together, and that's heaps of fun as well. So I would also do that. But you know, that's a long way away from where we are now, which is what I'm trying to aim to get to. If it was making millions of pounds or even tens of thousands, then of course I would bring in more people because I could afford to pay their wages. It would be more structured, and that is definitely what we do, and it will grow outside being this crazy one-man band where the light goes on and off and we can get a caretaker in and a chef and all that. So there we go. Now, a few questions left over from Jamesy1, because he did answer quite a few questions, 5 in fact. What colours do you like? I don't really have favourite colours. Red's quite a nice one, but I'd say lilac, that's nice, but it depends where you are really. Yeah, if I'm being hunted down in the Brazilian rainforest, probably some sort of camouflage are nice colours. Bright yellow is probably not good then, or lilac. So depending where I am, but if you force me, I'll go for lilac. If you could create a world like God, what would you change? I'd change the distribution of the wealth. Instead of have oil all in one place, which people can get rich from and then sell to others and there'd be wars, I'd have oil equally spaced throughout the whole world. We'd have equal weather systems throughout the whole world, so it's possible to grow everything, equal soil, equal everything, so there's no need to go to war or anything and try and get a bit of a balance. It probably wouldn't work out because humans are greedy and they'll probably want more than what they've already got, but I'd balance it out more. Instead of like the third world and the first world, we'd meet somewhere in the middle and we'll all be okay and help each other, and that'll be great. You can use that for a John Lennon song, possibly. Okay, next. What is your favourite thing to drink? Water. That's boring, isn't it? But if we're going outside water, chocolate milkshake or banana milkshake, and my favourite alcoholic drink would be Southern Comfort. I do like a bottle of that. If you're watching Southern Comfort Company, send me a whole crate of Southern Comfort. So next up, what is your biggest phobia? Well, probably coughing. No, that's not it. Biggest phobia, being in a tight space. There was a previous question on the previous Q&A part 2 about who would you like to be in a lift with if you have to choose 3 people. I hate enclosed spaces. You'll never see me doing cave snorkeling, bog snorkeling, all that sort of stuff. The sense that you can't get out at any time. So if they want people to go to Mars where you've got to be in a tight spaceship for 2 years before you get there, I'm not the man for the job. I want something a little bit quicker and a little bit speedier. So that's my biggest phobia, tight spaces. And any of the equipment breaking and I can't afford to replace it. Next one, if you could make a wish, what would it be? Well, that was sort of like covered in the Patreon Q&A, world peace and all that sort of stuff. But I'd have to say, at the moment, this channel getting more income in, growing, so it becomes a reality to keep going. Because if you get to a point, you can get to another point. You get to that point, you can get to that point. It's just getting to the point down here, making it work. It's a tricky business, so I thank you for all your support. John Marsh, what's the best / worst city you've ever visited? Now, I'm not much of a traveller, to be honest with you. I haven't travelled outside the country for years. So I did like Venice. That was a quite nice place. Lots of water there and gondolas. I can't really answer that. I haven't got a best and worst. If I was like Kate Adie and I went to Beirut and war-torn places, that'd probably be the worst. And Aleppo. Worked in London a bit, so I quite like London. I can't answer that one really without getting the wrath of some strange city. Number 2, if you could go full-time on the channel where time was no object, what would you like to do? Very good question. I'd like to cover all the systems we're doing now. I'd like to do more top 10s. I'd like to do more regular live streams. I'd like to have a theme on the channel, more Igor stuff, more sketches, but I have to pick and choose because you've only got time to upload a certain amount of things. Because uploading is the problem, and until upload speeds increase quite a deal, you have to split up what you're going to do. Like 3 videos in one day is really pushing it in terms of creating the video in the first place, then uploading it, which takes a few hours to do, and the editing involved as well. So 3 videos a day of length, especially these particular ones, is really pushing it. So more videos, more quality videos, more varied videos. So that's what essentially we would do. And Mark Henson, 3 questions left from him, and then I believe that is the end of this Q&A for August 2018. Man, would you consider dressing up in a themed costume to present a gaming video? ? For instance, dressing up like Godzilla when you play the game Rampage. No. Where would I get a Godzilla costume from? And how would I hold the joystick or whatever to play Rampage? The only way I would consider that is if I had 1 million subscribers and that sort of thing seemed to be what people wanted of the day, then I would do that. Angry Joe, who I mentioned before, his channel, he occasionally does things like that, dressing up in various costumes. This channel is not big enough for that sort of thing, but if it was, then definitely. But at the moment, no. I've dressed up as Michael Jackson before earlier on. That was really early videos. But Godzilla, no. Not for playing a video. Next up, have you ever wanted to start a YouTube trend or challenge? For instance, stealing monkey from a local safari park. Have you done this yourself, Mark? Or in brackets, or something sensible. Like a trend, like the ice bucket challenge or that mannequin challenge. Well, that'd be quite good fun. If you can, as a channel, start a trend, the amount of traffic that comes back to you would be huge. Other trends have been like food-based, haven't they? Like eating a spoonful of mustard and all that sort of stuff. Yes, if I could think of something really good, then yes, I would like to do that, because it could only be good for the channel. There's always a chance how you do it and then the video gets no views. Last one. Mark says, after those two questions, am I your craziest online fan? Well, quite possibly. There's quite a lot of crazies out there, Mark, so you've got quite a lot of competition. Hopefully we can get more and more in as time progresses. Some people I understand, some people I don't. I'm not the most sanest person in the world, and humour changes from different countries, and sometimes one-off double meanings don't actually carry over. People think I mean one thing and not another. But okay, yeah, you're pretty crazy, but there's a lot of crazy people out there. I just need all the crazy people in the world, maybe not, to subscribe to the channel and help out, and then we'll be absolutely cooking. So, I hope you've liked all three parts of the Q&A. Every question that was asked this time I've actually answered, because I didn't expand it for waiting for months of questions. So thank you very much. Keep watching the vids. There will be more to come. We might be able to squeeze in a diary. Oh man, we might be able to squeeze a diary vid in a bit later on. Who's working that thing? And until next time, take great care of yourself and have a very fun. Goodbye.
Goodbye.